Have you ever stopped to think about how many things you buy on autopilot just because everyone else buys it or because you got caught up in the moment? I've done that for years. I spent money on things that seemed normal, socially accepted, even kind of necessary. But here's the truth. When I finally started organizing my finances and becoming more intentional about my money, I realized something. Those small, everyday purchases were quietly draining almost all of it. They weren't making me happier. They weren't making me more productive. They were just making me poorer. And when I finally stopped spending on those things, I noticed two things. First, I didn't miss them at all. And second, my money finally started staying in my pocket. In this video, I'm going to share the 7 things I decided to never buy again and how that completely changed the way I manage money today. And you might see yourself in some of these. This isn't about being cheap, it's about clarity. Because when you spend better, you live better. And the difference between constantly feeling broke and building real financial freedom often starts with simple decisions like these. Now, the first thing I stopped buying, and the one that was costing me way more than I realized, was drinks outside the house. Starbucks coffee, juice at lunch, soda at restaurants. It all seemed harmless. But when I actually added it up, the numbers shocked me. I was spending somewhere between $120 to $180 a month just on drinks. It's the $6 coffee here, the $3 bottle of water there, an $8 smoothie every single month. And then I realized something. I wasn't paying for the product. I was paying for convenience. And convenience is expensive. Now I bring my own water bottle. I make my coffee at home, and I only buy drinks outside on special occasions. And you know what's crazy? I don't even miss it. My bank account is happier, and honestly, my health is too. Cutting this out isn't about never grabbing coffee again. It's about stopping the unconscious habit, because that's where the real damage happens. If you truly want to save money, start by paying attention to where it quietly leaks. Those small purchases you make every single day without even thinking about it. That's usually where the money disappears first. The second thing I decided to stop buying was clothes, just because they were on sale. And if you've ever fallen for the 50% off, today only, last chance, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I used to buy shirts I never wore, shoes just because they were cheap, piece after piece that ended up forgotten in the closet. And when I finally looked at the numbers, I had spent hundreds of dollars on things that didn't even fit my style, didn't last very long, or that I wore once and never again. The real turning point came when I understood something simple. A discount doesn't mean savings, it means spending. Because you don't need something new every week. You need awareness. Now, I only buy clothes when I genuinely need them. And even then, I ask myself, will I actually wear this long term? The result? Fewer purchases, more money in my pocket, and a much more functional wardrobe. Sales are traps disguised as opportunities. And until you shift that mindset, you'll keep trading money for excess without even realizing it. The third thing I stopped buying is subscriptions I don't actually use. And I'm not just talking about Netflix or Spotify. I'm talking about workout apps, paid newsletters, online course platforms, meditation apps, cloud storage. The list goes on. I signed up for so many things thinking I would use them, thinking they were worth it, but in reality, I used them once here, maybe once there, and the monthly charge just kept coming. And here's the worst part. Most of these payments go straight to your credit card, so they slip by unnoticed. You only realize it when you actually sit down and review your statement carefully. That's when I stopped everything and started canceling, one by one. Today, I only keep subscriptions that I genuinely use every single week. And guess what? I don't miss the others at all. If anything, it gave me more clarity and more control. Subscriptions are like a leaking faucet. It doesn't seem like much at first, but by the end of the month, it adds up. If you want to save money without feeling restricted, start by canceling the things you don't even remember paying for anymore. That alone can make a massive difference in your budget. The fourth thing I stopped buying was cheap, low-quality products just because the price looked better. For a long time, I thought I was saving money when I bought the cheapest headphones, the cheapest backpack, the cheapest kitchen tools. But over time, I started noticing a pattern. They broke quickly, they wore out fast, and I had to replace them, sometimes 2, 3, even 4 times in a single year, which means the cheap option wasn't cheap at all. And it wasn't just about spending again, it was the frustration, the wasted time, the inconvenience. Now I think differently. I'd rather pay a little more for something that lasts years than save a few dollars today and spend 3 times as much later. And this applies to everything: clothes, electronics, tools, accessories. Buying intentionally doesn't mean buying the most expensive option. It means buying the best value. Because if you're spending less right now, but repeating that purchase in a few months, you're not saving money, you're just delaying the loss. And over time, that adds up a lot. The 5th thing I stopped buying was trendy gadgets and electronics I didn't truly need. I used to be the person who upgraded their phone almost every year just because a new model came out. I bought a smartwatch thinking I'd use it for workouts, and it ended up being a very expensive clock. I spent money on high-end Bluetooth headphones when a simpler pair would have done the exact same job. At the time, it felt like I was investing in myself, but honestly, it was just impulse disguised as necessity. The marketing behind these brands is so powerful that it makes you feel like you constantly need something new. But when you slow down and think about it, what you already have probably works just fine. Now, before I buy any electronic device, I ask myself one simple question: will this improve my life in a real and consistent way? Or is this just 5 days of excitement? If it's just excitement, I pass. This kind of spending is one of the biggest budget killers for people trying to save money, and almost no one talks about it. The 6th thing I decided to stop buying was expensive gifts out of obligation. And don't get me wrong, I didn't stop giving gifts, I just stopped spending out of pressure. I started noticing how much money I was spending trying to please other people. And a lot of the time, it wasn't even because I wanted to, it was expectation. Birthdays, weddings, Christmas, office gift exchanges, holiday sales events. It felt like every single month there was a new reason to spend. And that's when the cycle starts. You spend more than you should, you put the gift on a credit card, and then you feel guilty if it's not good enough. That's when I realized something important. A gift should come from intention, not obligation. Now, I'd rather give something simple, something useful, or even something handmade, instead of buying something expensive just to prove that I care. Because expensive gifts are not proof of love. What truly matters is the thought, the gesture, the presence, and when you stop buying to impress, you start saving without guilt, and you begin valuing what actually matters: connection, not a price tag. The truth is, social media creates a false sense of urgency. It makes you feel like you're falling behind if you don't have that thing. So you buy quickly, emotionally, not because you truly need it, and the result? More clutter, less money, and that constant feeling like something is missing. Now, before I buy anything that's trending online, I ask myself one simple question: does this actually fit my life, or am I just being influenced? And if it's the second one, I pass. And I pass happily. If you've made it this far, you've probably realized something. Saving money isn't about deprivation. It's not about stopping your life. It's about spending with intention. Each of these 9 things represented an automatic habit, a decision without reflection, money leaving my pocket with no real return. And when I started cutting those excesses, not only did my bank account improve, my mind did too. Less clutter, less guilt, less pressure to keep up with everyone else. And here's what's interesting. I don't feel deprived. I feel in control. And control is the first step toward financial freedom. Now I want to hear from you. Which of these things are you still buying, but thinking about stopping? Or is there something else you cut out that made a big difference in your life? Drop it in the comments. I read them. And of course, if this video helped you, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this with someone who needs to rethink their spending habits. Spending less is a choice, and that choice starts today. I'll see you in the next video.